Welcome back to another episode of the Strength for Generations podcast. I am your host, Krista Baker, and today we are talking about something that's probably driving you crazy. You're doing everything right. You're eating healthy foods. You're working out consistently, drinking your water, getting your steps in, but the scale, it just won't budge. And not only that, but you might even be gaining weight. And you're starting to wonder if your body is broken or if you're just designed to struggle with your weight forever. Well, I have some really good news for you today. Your body is not broken, and there are 6 very specific reasons why your scale might not be moving, even when you're doing everything right. So by the end of this episode, you're going to understand exactly what's happening in your body. You're going to know why plateaus happen and why they're actually a sign that your body is working correctly. And most importantly, you're going to have a clear action plan to break through your plateau and start seeing progress again. So if you've been frustrated with your scale, if you've been tempted to just give up on your health journey, or if you're wondering what you're doing wrong, this episode is for you, my friend. Welcome to Strength for Generations, the go-to podcast for Christian families who want to build strength, restore energy, and deepen connection with God at the center. I'm Krista Baker, Christian health coach, wife, mom, and co-founder of Baker Family Fitness. I'm here to help you honor God with your health and bring peace back to the process, to simplify what it means to build strength in your body, renew your mind, and care for your spirit, all without losing precious time with your family. So grab your coffee and your ribeye, and let's do this His way. Now, before we dive in, I want you to know about something incredible I've been working on, brand new, free, 5-day training called the Move Mountains Method, and I want you to be among the first to experience it. This isn't just one of those quick fix temporary solutions type of trainings. It is a complete system designed specifically for busy parents who want to reclaim their health without sacrificing their family time or their faith. So head over to bakerfamilyfitness.com/movemountains right now to get on the wait list. You'll be notified as soon as it's released, and it won't cost you a penny. Okay, my friends, let me tell you something that might surprise you. Plateaus are not a sign that you're failing. And they're not a sign that your metabolism is broken. They're actually a sign that your body is working exactly as God designed it to. Your body's number one priority is keeping you alive and safe. And when you've been in a caloric deficit for a while, when you've been losing weight consistently, your body starts to think there might be a famine coming. So it does what any smart survival system would do. It slows things down to conserve energy and protect you. But here's the problem. Most people don't understand this. So when they hit a plateau, they do the worst possible thing. They eat even less and exercise even more. And that just convinces your body that the famine is getting worse. So the plateau gets stronger and lasts longer. Today, I want to walk you through the 6 most common reasons why your scale won't budge, even when you think you're doing everything right. The first thing that's sabotaging your progress is food tracking blind spots. The number one reason people hit plateaus is that they're not tracking their food as accurately as they think they are. And I know this might sound basic, but hear me out. Most people underestimate how much they're eating by 20 to 40%. So that means if you think you're eating 1,500 calories, you might actually be eating 18 to 2,000. And if you're supposed to be in a 500 calorie deficit, you might actually be eating at maintenance or even in a surplus. We eyeball portion sizes instead of measuring them. We forget to track the oil we cook in, the cream in our coffee, the handful of nuts we grabbed as a snack. We eat differently on weekends, but only track our weekday eating. We track Monday through Thursday perfectly, then completely go off plan Friday through Sunday. Or we're really good at tracking our meals, but terrible about tracking our snacks and our drinks. So for the next 2 weeks, I want you to just track everything. And I mean everything. I know it sounds like a lot of work to do, but it gives us a really good solid baseline of what's going on. So every bite, every sip, every taste while you're cooking, we call those BLTs, your bites, licks, and tastes. You know, you're trying this out for the kids. Well, it's just a little bit. It might just add up to this. Well, let's just stop guessing. Let's just put it and gather some data. I want you to use a food scale for at least 2 weeks to recalibrate your portion sizes. Most people are shocked when they realize what an actual serving of nuts or olive oil looks like. Or even think about your kids and they go and they get a bowl of cereal, and that's actually like 3 portions of cereal because the bowl's really big. I want you to also track your weekend eating just as carefully as your weekday eating. This is where most people really slide off. So it's not about being perfect forever, but it's about getting an accurate picture of what's really happening so you can make informed decisions. The second thing working against you, body composition changes. This is huge, and most people completely miss it. You might be losing fat and gaining muscle at the same time. Muscle tissue is denser than fat tissue, so you can literally be getting smaller and stronger while the scale stays the same. Or it might even go up slightly. But here's the misconception. A lot of people are like, well, 5 pounds of muscle is more than 5 pounds of fat. Well, 5 pounds of anything is 5 pounds. It's that tissue that's underneath the surface that looks different and serves a different purpose. But this is especially common if you've recently started strength training or changed up your workout routine. When you start lifting weights or doing resistance training, your muscles start holding more water for recovery. Your body starts building new muscle tissue, especially if you're eating adequate protein. You're losing fat from places like your waist, hips, or arms, but gaining muscle in your legs, shoulders, and core. The scale doesn't differentiate between fat loss and muscle gain. It just shows you the total weight. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take body measurements every 2 weeks. So measure your waist, your hips, your arms, and your thighs. I want you to take progress photos, the same lighting, same poses every week. I really think it's important to keep the same outfit on as well. And just start to pay attention to how your clothes fit. Notice your energy levels and strength improvements. If your measurements are going down and your strength is going up, you're making incredible progress, even if the scale isn't moving. Okay, the third thing stalling your results, workout adaptation. Your body is incredibly smart and efficient. When you do the same workouts over and over, your body adapts to them. It learns how to do these exercises with less energy expenditure. So what used to challenge your muscles and burn a lot of calories now feels easy and burns much fewer calories. You've been doing the same cardio routine for months. Your body has become incredibly efficient at that movement pattern. Or even if you go out for a walk and it's the same walk every single time. I told my dad, I was like, just change the direction or change your speed. Like, instead of going out and going to the left, go to the right. You've got to change something up. So maybe you've been doing the same strength training routine without progressing the weights, reps, or difficulty, and your muscles have adapted and they're no longer being challenged to grow or change. Your body is burning fewer calories during the same workout just because it's become more efficient. So I want you to think about changing your workout routine every 4 to 6 weeks. I like 4 myself. My coach told me that she's keeping mine at 6, and I was like, I don't like it like that. I get bored, and I don't need to change it for anything else. But that's just me. I like the 4-week block. If you've been doing mostly cardio, add strength training. If you've been doing the same strength routine, try different exercises or rep range. Progress your workouts by adding weight, increasing reps, or decreasing rest time. You can try maybe even a different type of movement. What about a nice dance class? Get out hiking, swimming. I don't know about you. High rocks training sounds enticing to me. I want to really get into it. However, I have a hip injury, so you've got to be wise. The key is to keep your body guessing and keep your muscles challenged. The fourth thing destroying your progress is the metabolic slowdown. So when you've been in a caloric deficit for an extended period of time, your metabolism naturally shuts down. This is your body's protective mechanism. Your thyroid function decreases, your body temperatures drop slightly, you move less throughout the day without even realizing it. And you might find yourself taking the elevator instead of the stairs or sitting more often. Extended caloric restriction signals to your body that food is scarce. So your body does everything it can to conserve energy. It slows down the non-essential functions like hair growth, nail growth, even immune function. It reduces your spontaneous movement throughout the day. It makes you feel more tired, so you'll rest more and burn fewer calories. So I want you to take regular breaks from your caloric deficit. Maybe every 12 weeks, eat at a maintenance calorie for 1 or 2 weeks. Focus on getting adequate sleep, which is crucial for metabolic health. Make sure you're eating enough protein to support your muscle mass. Consider adding more movement throughout your day, not just during your workouts. How about we take the stairs? Park further away, like when you go to do the groceries. Park at the very back. It might save you on all the dings in your car as well. Maybe even do those household chores with more energy. Put on your headphones and just put on some fun music, and you might gather some extra energy to be able to push a little bit more. The fifth thing that's working against you is the caloric deficit trap. Here's where most people get stuck, and it's the mistake I see over and over again. They think that if a moderate caloric deficit worked at first, a bigger deficit will work even better. So they cut their calories even more when progress stalls. Here's the problem. You can't stay in a caloric deficit forever without consequences. When you stay in a caloric deficit for too long, your body starts breaking down muscle tissue for energy. So all that muscle that we've been working on building gets pared down very easily because it requires too much. So the body's like, nope, gonna get rid of that. I'm gonna prioritize, I'm gonna keep the fatty tissue instead. Your metabolism slows down significantly. Your hormones get completely out of whack. Your stress hormones skyrocket. And life's already throwing enough stress at us anyways. And your body becomes incredibly efficient at storing fat whenever it gets a chance. So for men, testosterone levels can plummet, making it nearly impossible to build muscle and very easy to store fat. For women, you can disrupt menstrual cycles and tank energy levels. Your body responds to prolonged dieting by conserving energy. The solution is counterintuitive. You need to eat more, not less. You need to take planned breaks from your deficit. This is called reverse dieting or diet breaks. You gradually increase your calories back to maintenance levels for a period of time. This gives your hormones time to recover, your metabolism time to speed back up, and your body time to remember that it's not in a famine. Okay, the sixth thing, destroying your progress, is the hormonal shift crisis. Let's talk about what's happening with your hormones during a prolonged plateau. This affects both men and women, but in different ways. Your thyroid hormones decrease, slowing your metabolism. Your cortisol levels increase, promoting fat storage, especially around your midsection. Your leptin levels drop, making you constantly hungry. Your ghrelin levels increase, making you crave high-calorie foods. For men, extended caloric deficits can crash testosterone levels. Low testosterone makes it incredibly difficult to build muscle and very easy to store fat. It also kills energy, motivation, and recovery. For women, chronic dieting can disrupt estrogen and progesterone balance. This can lead to irregular periods, terrible PMS, stubborn weight that won't budge no matter what you do. Both men and women experience increased cortisol from the stress of chronic dieting. Chronically elevated cortisol is linked to increased abdominal fat storage. You have to address the hormonal component if you want to break through a plateau. This means giving your body adequate calories to support hormone production. This means managing stress through sleep, relaxation, and not over-exercising. This means eating enough healthy fats to support hormone synthesis. And sometimes this means taking a complete break from trying to lose weight and focusing on metabolic recovery first. Now that you understand what's really happening, let me give you 3 specific steps to break through your plateau. So remember, we don't do quick fixes, right? This is strategic interventions that work with your body's natural systems. Remember, you're not broken, just your body's protecting you. Step 1, take a strategic diet break. Increase your calories to maintenance level for 1 to 2 weeks. For most people, that means adding 300 to 500 calories per day. Focus on making sure you hit your protein and you get those fats in and really not adding those calories from junk food. It gives your metabolism time to speed up and your hormones time to recover. You might gain 1 to 2 pounds during this time, and it's totally normal. Most of it's just water weight or glycogen storage. Step 2, we're going to shake up your movement routine. So we're going to shift your focus from cardio to strength training if you've been doing mostly cardio. If you've been doing the same strength training routine, we've got to change it up. So we can try different exercises, different rep ranges, different training styles. Your body needs muscle tissue to have a healthy metabolism. So for men, focus on your compound movements and progressive overload. Ladies, please don't be afraid of lifting heavy. I promise you, you will not bulk up. You will start to feel lean and strong. And the same advice goes like compound movements, progressive overload. That's the way to go. We're going to eat adequate protein. Aim for your body weight in grams of protein per day. This supports muscle building and it keeps you satisfied. Okay, step 3, we are going to address the hormonal component. We really need to focus on our sleep, my friends. So we want to work on getting 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every night. I'd love to get 9. It's just not in my cards right now. I definitely get minimum 7. I do feel like there's days that I need to add a little bit more, but we do want to hover between those 7 to 9 hours each night. Poor sleep destroys your hormones faster than anything else. So we've got to manage your stress through prayer, through deep breathing, through time in nature, time with God, do your Bible study. Those things are going to help really manage your stress levels. The chronic stress keeps cortisol high and fat loss, I don't want to say impossible, but really, really hard. So I want you to consider getting your hormones tested if you've been stuck for months. Sometimes there are underlying issues that need to be addressed. Blood labs are really important because that tells us what's going on under the hood. You got to make sure that you're not expecting overnight results, but do expect to feel better within the first week. Your energy will start to improve, your sleep will start to get better, and your cravings will start to normalize. Most of my clients say that they really notice that their cravings start to normalize by week 3. Their taste buds start to change and their desire. Okay, here's what I want you to remember from today. Plateaus are not a sign of failure. Let's make sure we know that. It just means that your body's being protective. It's doing what it's designed to do. And there's the 6 main reasons your scale won't budge. So we've got the food tracking blind spots, body composition changes, workout adaptation, metabolic slowdown, the caloric deficit trap, and the hormonal disruption. Your body's just trying to keep you alive, my friends. The solution isn't to just eat less and exercise more. It's to work with your body's natural systems. So don't forget to take your strategic diet breaks, change up your workouts, and address the hormonal component. You've got to give your body an opportunity to feel safe, to feel like it actually can just let go of the stored fat again. We're not doing perfection mode. We're about understanding how God designed your body to work and partner with what he's designed instead of fighting against it. Your body wants to be healthy. It wants to have energy. It wants to be strong. We just got to remove the obstacles out of the way. Now, if this resonates with you, my friends, if you're tired of fighting your body and ready to start working with it, and you want to learn more about my coaching, you can email me at support@bakerfamilyfitness.com and we'll see. Maybe we'll be a good fit. We'll just have a conversation and talk about it. We take a biblical approach to our health that honors both your body and your calling as a parent. You deserve to feel strong, and your family deserves to see you thriving. God's only given us this one body, so we need to learn to steward it well. I've been able to help hundreds of people break free from the diet cycle and finally find freedom in their health journey. And so if that's something that you want to learn more about, you know what to do. And let's close in prayer. Father, I thank you for each person listening today. I thank you that you have fearfully and wonderfully made each of us. And I pray for breakthrough over every plateau, every frustration, every moment of feeling stuck. I pray that you would give them the wisdom to know how to care for the body you've entrusted to them. Give them strength to make the changes they need to make. Give them patience with the process and help them to see their health journey as an act of worship and stewardship. We trust you with our bodies, our families, and our futures. In your heavenly and glorious name, Jesus, we pray. Amen. My friends, you've got this. Your breakthrough is coming. Let's continue to build strength for generations together. Thanks for tuning in to Strength for Generations. If this podcast encouraged you, it would be a blessing if you took a quick minute to leave a 5-star review. It helps more families hear this message and find hope for their health and faith journey. It lights me up to know this podcast is helping you. And if you feel led to share this episode, text it to a friend, post it to your stories, or send it to someone on your heart. God might use it to encourage someone who really needs it today. And don't forget to eat steaks, lift weights, love Jesus, and keep doing it His way.